Hello you lovely people, welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. My name's Kirsten, this is Where I Art and Craft, and today I'm starting, well I'm not starting because I've already been working on it, but with you I'm starting a new project for Tracie Fox's creative design team. She has this wonderful kit out called Connections in Time, which is a selection of photographs. There's cabinet cards, there's the backs of cabinet cards, there's some labels, but mainly it's photographs, and they're just wonderful. They range in time. This is something that's clearly from the 70s because of the clothing. There's stuff from like this. I would say this is the kind of 40s, 50s, maybe 60s into the 60s with that silver cross plant. As I say, it all crosses the generations. I'm going to make a photograph album. Well, as soon as I saw it, I thought, I just want to put all these in photograph albums. And then I thought, well, why don't you do that, cousin? Why don't you make a photograph album journal? So that's what I'm going to do. This is a kind of typical old photograph album cover. It has the holes, quite often it's cord or ribbon that ties them together. This is one of the cabinet cards, and this is how I'm thinking that we're going to do the photograph. Now the big thing with photograph albums is they never open up properly, and I'm going to keep that as well as a kind of part of this photograph album. So that is the first page. Gladys outside All Saints Church. She played the organ there from 1887 to 1902. Fabric is part of the ribbon in her music book. Is it really? Well, of course it isn't, but it's just a bit of fun. So that's the kind of thing I'm going to be making on the pages. There won't always be a full explanation like that, but this is what I'm going to do. So we're starting with a bit of, this is, I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm going to put it up there, tell you what weight of card I'm using. Black cardstock. I don't want to give you the wrong size. And for what I'm doing, I'm making this 13.5 high. And a half high, and I need 2 sheets for each page, and then this also 13.5 high. This needs to be 2.5. I wish that line came all the way down. There's a couple of times I've not done it very straight. Oh, and I need to cut 2.5 of both of these. And this is the section beyond the pin, and actually I want 4 of these because I stick 2 together. That's 2. Those 2 are already stuck together. I needed another one to stick this together, so let's stick this together, and then that's giving it a chance to settle while I do the rest of this. So the details for this fabulous kit will be down below. Tracie has posted a few pictures on her Instagram feed. Go along to Instagram and you will find her under Tracie Fox Creative, and you can see what she's been posting and doing with hers. Oh, that's the other thing I didn't mention. She's been using, she put prompt cards in, and she's been using the prompt cards with hers. I've used the prompt cards on my final page, but for the rest of it I've not been using the prompt cards. But the prompt cards ask questions about the photograph. and she's been using those with the ones that she's been doing. So go on to her Facebook page and you'll find that, or go on to her Instagram and go and have a look at her Instagram page and you will find that. Now what I'm doing now is I'm going to lay this page along here at the 1/8 mark. I'm going to lay this up here at, it's actually 2, but we're talking 0 because we're only talking about the 8ths. And just make sure that as much as possible that's nice and straight along there. And then this is book tape, which is cloth that's so sticky. I'll give you an example of just how sticky it is in a second. And I'm just going to take it to the 2/8 mark. So I'm not using a lot of this onto this page because this is the glue they're using. This is the stuff of gluing back the fabric of time. I don't know what it is they use, but anybody who binds books will be able to tell you that this stuff is like super glue. You can get it in all kinds of colours. Thankfully I had a roll of black lying around that's been lying around for ages, because I don't tend to bind books in the traditional method very often any longer. You can see I have no qualms about just ripping it up because it'll stay put. Let me just show you that again. Didn't want to lose too much of the page, but if you're using a bigger page then you can easily go in far enough. Now if you're thinking, don't be silly, that's going to come up, I'm showing you, I know I just pulled it off there, but that's because I hadn't pressed it down. It won't come off. This is the cover I'm using for it. This is the same stuff, this is ancient stuff, and it's still not coming off. That's how good this stuff is. And so yeah, so that's that. Right, so we now have 2 of these, and what the next thing I want to do is I've got to get the 2 together, and to get the 2 together I just lay a card roughly in there like that, so I know roughly where it's going to be, and then starting I give it a bit of a border, mainly so it doesn't get too tight, but also so that it's glue doesn't squash out and make it too small a hole. And then we go on here, and then I just put a bit down there just to secure the centre of that. Remove this. I did try and put it together with a card still there and got myself into a right ankle. I didn't do it on purpose, that wasn't what I was meant to do. And then put these 2 cards together and just square them all up. And then put down, just run my finger round the outside edge of that, not that fold, to give that a nice crisp. And it's as complicated and as simple as that. The one thing about working with this black card is it constantly marks, so you need to be aware of that. Let's just cut this off here. And we have our sheet with its pocket. So let's decorate this page. I've got these 2 images I'm wanting to put in this page, and this is kind of proud mum, proud grandparents kind of idea. Yeah, and what I've been doing mostly is stamping with white on the background, or I've been heat embossing, and I think I'm going to heat emboss in this one. And for the heat embossing I've been using Lost Shadow. So this is kind of a daisy. I might put one there and one there. I might take that one off the page actually. One there and one there. Right, okay. Electric Edges CMS 399. So that's that done. I'm going to put these on here. We're going to use all this as a little. Do I want to put that up there and this down here, that down there, that up there? And I think I'm going to title this one The Next Generation, maybe. Something like that. Although that makes me think of Star Trek. And some of these I've been putting names on them. This one might not have a name on it. I would like to put something on that says kind of child. What have I got that would say a child? Not sure I've got anything actually. Because I don't tend to do children's card. I never did children's card. Oh, having said that, I've got this bunting. You could put a bit of bunting. That's welcoming, isn't it? We go, and then don't have Mary in that because I've already cut. Oh, I could maybe cut Mary out of those ones. Okay, oh, out of those ones maybe. You could just hear the granddad here going, "Look at you, my little beauty, my wee sweetie, my beautiful baby. You're gonna steal the boys' hearts like you've stolen mine." You can just see that. I can just hear him saying that in that picture there. Okay, so that's that page. I think I'd quite like a bit of stamping of something down here. What might I stamp down here? Just makes me happier about that bottom corner. And we need to think about how we're going to do the next side, but I just need to give that a second to dry. So while that's drying, I'm going to put on these. Now these are these 2 thick, and I'm putting that on top of there. So it gives the page, I mean, when you've got something like this, it just gives the page a bit of thickness and stops everything all squashing. That's slightly warped because of the embossing, but you know what? That makes it look more authentic. Let's do this side now. Now, of course, the thing I didn't think about when I was doing the other side and sticking on that flag was if I can't really stamp on this one over this side. I can do over this side, but not where the flag is. So I think I might do something quite... Right, let's first of all talk about what we're doing this side. What we're doing this side is we've got these 2 photographs. And earlier on in the album, we are introduced to Edward, and his wife Violet comes along a bit later. And this is going to be their grandchildren. And this is going to have been taken off their fridge when they were clearing out their house. So I think we'll maybe use a bit of this. So I've got them getting married, I think in 1926 or 1927. So this photograph here would be 1986, 1987. Looking very dapper. No, maybe been 50s, 70s. It's not the 80s really with that hat, is it? Although, I don't know, maybe, no, it's maybe 70s, you can maybe get me, well, this is 70s, so 70s. So I'm going to suggest that that is a photograph taken on their 50th wedding anniversary. miss you both. So there's a kind of welcoming and then the missing. Okay, and I think I'm going to just leave that to dry. I could have done that on a bit of card. That would have been quite nice, wouldn't it? Oh well, never mind. I didn't. I'm going to call it a day for that. I'll come back and we've got the cover to do and putting it together, but we'll do those. That'll be another 2 videos, but I need to finish making the pages first. It's a lovely kit. The links for the kit are down below. The links for Tracie's Facebook page and her web page are down below, as is a link to her YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. You take care. Keep crafting. Bye for now.